Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button too. That like button gonna help us travel around in the algorithm. Uh, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the content. Uh, when a celebrity gets their money up and they start to understand that they are being used to push different things to the public and they're being lied to and misled, that's when they want to come out and let the world know that what's going on is funny. I wonder, do people pay attention to that? This is the same pattern that goes on. When they get their money up, they want to come out to the world and let the world know about different things that they've been misled, or even when they fall off. That happens too. But it's certain times they want to come out and let people know. They don't want to let nobody know from Jump Street. It's like they go through something, they see the difference, and then they want to let people know that this isn't what it is. When you pay attention to the world cares about no one. People have this in their mind that somehow they feel valued when you are getting complimented and you're getting praised and people are supporting you. But if you pay attention, when in our world, over here in America and in other countries, they do not take care of the people in America that need to be taken care of. As in people that are veterans, homeless, people that are going through things in this country with sicknesses, any kind of disease, anything that's going on with the people here. But then they can come up with money to help situations with people in other countries. And if you pay attention to that real closely, when people here are suffering daily and need help and need cures for their diseases, and America prints the money. How does that make any sense when America is printing the money that we spend, but they're asking for donations from people that go out and work for the money to fund the the ability to look into cures for different diseases? I can't seem to find out what sense does that make. What sense does it make for people to go out and work and put their money to the diseases to find cures that they might not find until the people are dead, when they print the money that they're asking people to donate? Does that make any sense? Does that sound like the people are valued? Or is that a way to keep people trying to figure out how to get things together. There should be no way that people that go out and work every day and save their money should be getting phone calls from different people asking them to donate to breast cancer and different kind of diseases to find cures when the money is printed. They're defunding different organizations, like they said, taking money from the libraries, from the police. Why would you take money from the resources that we need, but willingly help other countries that are going through things like America isn't going through things? I'm not understanding that. I don't get that one bit. It doesn't make any sense for us to be able to put money into another country's situation when our country is totally out of whack. And as she said, they got her to endorse President Biden. She was encouraged to endorse President Biden. This is what they do to us. The people that they feel that we idolize, they get them to promote to the public to influence you to stick with them and vote for them, when the whole time it's other things going on. The studies that they do on the brain, they can tell that we are distracted by other people's glitter. Somebody else shining is a distraction to the human race. That's bottom line. And we don't see it until later. So now that they encouraged her to endorse President Biden, and now she's seeing that he really doesn't care about what's going on in these American cities, because they're taking away from the ability to help the people. It's not for the people. It's like going against the people, but telling you to support them. What sense does it make for a war to be going on in a whole nother country, and you say you can be able to fund it, you can be able to support these countries, when the country that you live in isn't always in order? It isn't functioning at the top level as it should. But from my guess about the things, it's to keep the cycle cycling. It's to keep things going in the same direction, where it's down 1 minute, then they're working like they want to get it back up, but then it's pulling it back down, and then it's like it's working 1 minute to get it back up, and they're pulling it down. We shouldn't have to suffer with any diseases, any sicknesses, any illnesses when the money is printed. How can they never be able to fund hospitals and important things? How does that even become a topic? Does anybody know that? Does anybody know how does that even become a topic where you can't fund the necessities that we need? How does that become an issue when we need these things and the money is printed? It's not like you got to go out and find the money. The money is printed. These things should be a must. And my honest opinion is, shouldn't nobody vote for anyone that's not making that established? What are we voting for people for when nobody's speaking up on that? Why isn't nobody speaking up to say, well, the money is printed, the things that are necessity for us to live, why is that even a question if that's going to function? What sense does that make? I really sit back and I can't get it. I can't grasp why is it a question on if the things we need to function in life are going to function. But if something's going on in another country, they're ready to assist. They have the money to do it. The money is printed. I understand they have to keep a certain value on the money. I understand that. For the money to generate the way it does, it has to be a certain value kept on the money. And I totally understand that. But for us to not be able to have cures for things unless you are filthy rich and things don't function unless the people are giving up their money for it, how does that work? How do we go out and vote for someone and they don't address that? Why is that never talked about in the election? If I ever get a chance to speak, I want to hear the answer. I'm sure the answer is going to be somewhere as we need to keep the world running, so these things have to fall for the world to run right. It's no such thing as making sure the people that live in the country are functioning and are able to have aid for health and things that they're going on that they're going through. They'll let you suffer and die because life isn't as valuable to someone else as it should be to yourself. You got to value your life because the other people functioning may act like life is valuable because they don't want people to go out and have non-caring attitudes and disrupt the structure of life. So it's like a mind game that's played. It's like a game that makes us think something that it isn't. If they know that we need certain medicines to survive, or we need certain things to make you function when you're going through a sickness or a disease, why is it questionable if you're able to get it? If they print the money. Does that question anybody to let them know that the value of life is not what you think it is. And if they go to the people that are looked at as the elite people and tell them, we want you to present this to the people because the people are going to resonate with you and they're going to understand you. This is the trick that they put on us. This is the mind game. And after the elections, you very rarely hear from these people. Joe Biden said, "You not black if you don't vote for me." That's like a mind trick. Knowing that the black people look towards hope. Black people look towards hope and hope that things will get better. So if someone is selling you some type of hope, you gravitate to that. You base that things are going to get better because you hope that they're going to get better. When in all actuality, they have no plans on getting things better. The design of life is a dog eat dog world. Tupac said it best. America eats its babies. This was something he said 30 years ago. But the way that we pass away and new generations become to the forefront, it's like certain things get suppressed and people get blinded to what's going on. It's a game, man. And the game that is going on, it's not to benefit you. The structure is designed for you to fail. The design is not for you to make it. The percentage of people that's going to make it is very small. It's designed for you to fail. So now Cardi B is speaking out about this because she sees that she's been used. She's been misled. Nothing that is a necessity to the United States should ever lack funding. How is something going to lack funding when the money is printed? But that's to keep the world going up and down. That's to keep the world going up and down. Not to keep the people safe and keep the people educated. How can schools run out of money? How can a school run out of money when the money's printed? Why can't the school have a personal relationship with the government to make sure that it's upheld to the utmost standards? It has to be some schools to fail to prove a point. Some schools gotta shut down to prove a point. How does the educational tools not automatically function? Educational tools. If you don't go to school at a young age, your parents can get in trouble. But they got it where as though they want to take the money from the necessities. Does anybody see anything wrong with that? Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping and I'm the only one that see that this doesn't make any sense and why this is not spoke about. Why wouldn't they say no matter what, these things are going to function? If the government cared about the American people, they would make sure that that functions. Why wouldn't that function? We need the police. We need schools. We need these things. Why wouldn't they function? But don't nobody running for election see nothing wrong with this? Nobody running for election sees that this is a value to the world. But if something's going on in a total different country, they have the ability to assist. So you got to understand, when celebrities are pushing stuff to us, it's a reason why they're pushing it to us. Anything that they push to us, it's a reason. It's not because they want to push it to us. It's because someone is instructing them to push it to us. Someone is telling them, this is what I want you to push to the people. When you hear the music and these people are promoting certain things, it's instructed to push to us. The value of life really holds no weight to another person. Your life holds no weight to another person, so you got to figure out how to value your own life. Figure out what's meaningful to you. Because if you depend on someone else to make your life function right, you're going to be disappointed. You're not going to be happy. You're going to be miserable at multiple people. You see what they do to us. They make us look at something over here while something over here is going on. And we consider what they're telling us over here is holding some type of weight. And now Cardi's coming out saying she wish she never endorsed Biden. But people look at Trump like he's the worst thing ever. But one thing you can say about him is he's not telling you one thing and doing the next. But the study from the human brain, they understand that as long as you sell the human brain hope, they will fall in line. And that's what Trump understands, and he's not going for that. You can't sell Trump hope, but do the opposite. He sees what it is. So if people say the man's racist, I wouldn't even care, because he's showing us who he is in your face directly. He's not telling you one thing to mislead you, but doing the total opposite. And that's the kind of things we've been getting our whole existence. When you existed on this world, you're being told one thing and misled with another. This is the design that's been going on. This is what goes on. They tell us one thing and then leave with another. To get you in line. This is to keep you in line. This is to keep you functioning in line. Because if you don't fall in line and go against the norm, you looked at as the outcast, you're crazy, and something's wrong. To keep the structure. Because they know that if that is not done, they don't have that same hold on people. It's easy to put hold on people when you get the people that they look up to present certain things to them. That's an easy way to get to the people. You get the people that people look up to and make them present whatever they want, and people gonna hold value to it because who it came from. So when you go back and look at how Cardi was endorsing Biden and how she supported Biden so much, and now she sees that they're defunding things, right? She don't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same. And she's being looked at from the people that's immediate around her, like, come on, what's going on? Why is this happening? I thought you said this. Makes her look crazy. When that's the games that's played. That's the only way they're gonna do it. They know that's the easiest way to get to the people. Get who they're influenced by. When new drugs hit the market, they know who to get to promote it. Rappers. Everybody listens to rap. So when a new drug hits the market, you get the hottest rapper to put it in their verse, and it makes the people go out and support the drug. They got everybody talking about the perks, popping a perk. They turned all the perks into fentanyl. That has to hit the brain with some people. They had all the people rapping about throwing a perk back, popping a perk, get on this perk, get on this lean, and the perks that they flooded the market with, that they let everybody get, they took them away and put a serious restriction on it, and now they got fake perks running everywhere. But the promotion came from rappers. All the rappers promoted it. All the rappers, I'm on a perk, I fuck your bitch, all that. Misleading the people. That goes to right what I said. It's misleading the people. The people think that because the person that I look as successful and I look up to said this, man, it's okay to get down. It's okay to pop a perk. Then they take them all away. Now you got to go get the generic brand that's most likely to get you to overdose. It's been so many overdoses across the world And this started from celebrities promoting it. You need to put that in your music harder. That needs to be promoted to another level. You need to make sure that your fans know that popping a perk is it. You pay attention to how the female celebrities are making sure that they shake that ass hard body. And now they got more female artists being forefront, letting you know, shake that ass. You can be like her. But when all actuality, men are going to want to fuck you, yes. But that's it. What man with sense is going to want to have a relationship with a woman that is just shaking her ass? You're going to get a sucker every now and then, and you might get a sucker that you get stuck with. You can tell the niggas that be wifing these joints that suckers or they need the woman. You can look at the female celebrities that are in relationships. The guy needs them. No guy that is in a leader position wants that as representation. But this is what's presented to us. They have them presented to us like that. They put the image of these couples. When some of the couples, you can clearly see that this relationship is wah-wah. You can see that. But the presentation that's put to us is to make you think that this image here is what you shall follow. You should follow this image right here. These are the people that you should look up to. When they're like nowhere near smart. Because you have money does not make you smart. Because you look like money does not make you smart. The people that they put in these lights to make you look that might have money or look like money, they have contracts where someone else is reaping the benefits more than they are. The ones that won't sign that contract, right? They won't be presented to you at the front of the page. They're going to be at the back of the page. Because they know that they're going to enlighten you on what's going on because they didn't sign the contract. They didn't put themselves where as though they're going to be the puppet. You got to understand the puppet from the real thing. It's two different scenarios. They got a lot of puppets and they have some real things. We look at the puppets as if they the real thing. When all actuality, they only puppets, man. They don't mean you no good. If you think that the people that are promoting things to you mean you any good, you lost. You straight lost. And I mean that. They got a job to do. And 99% of them that are presenting information to you come from zero. So they don't want to go back to zero. They're going to promote what information that they need to tell you. And now Cardi is seeing that she was the puppet. You put me in front of people to endorse you when you really had another motive. You're not what you said you are. And this is how most of the politicians are. Because it should be no way at all. I mean, no way at all. No way that stuff shouldn't function for us. Everything that is a necessity to make us live should function. Everything. If it's a necessity to our life, that shit should function. It shouldn't be nobody calling to say, do you want to donate to help breast cancer? How are we need anybody to donate when the money's printed? The people that's doing the research, the scientists that's working on different things, they're going to work to get paid. So what is the motive for the people that work for their money to donate their money for? What is the motive to that? The people that's doing the research on it, they're going to work and look towards what they can find regardless. So why do people that go out and work for their money got to donate anything? How do schools, police, the people that are supposed to protect the community, how do they lose fund? How do you defund? How do you take money out of those people's mouth when they go out and they're supposed to protect us? How does the library lose money? It's a library. It's where the knowledge is supposed to be at. It's supposed to be a quiet place that you go to study, learn. How do these places even have a problem with getting money when we make the money? But if another country is in distress, they'll say, oh, we got money for them. That should be a problem to all voters. Anybody that's voting, you should have a problem with that. You should feel some type way about that. This should be an issue to you. Not saying that they'll just figure it out and this person presented some things to us that they want us to look at them and to vote for them, but it's not helping us. It's like the design of it is set up for us to fail. It's not set for us to win. It's not put in place for us to succeed. If you lead somebody down a dark hole with no light, how do they get back? And that's what the celebrities that tell us certain things are doing. And people that listen to them and follow them, you on your way down a dark hole. You got to hope you get back on track. They got a job to do. That's all they doing. They just doing the job. It's a straight job. They want to tell you what somebody else told you told them to tell you, knowing that you gonna look up to it. So when I hear him speak, right, I'm automatically looking out the side of my eye, because you don't hold no weight because you got a little bit more money. You don't hold no weight about that. That's the design to keep us down. If I hear a celebrity telling me to vote for somebody, I already look at them a certain way. When I see Trump out there being himself, telling them that you're not going to take my First Amendment, I'm like, he's standing for something when they expect everybody else to fold. You can't say this. You don't have the right to do this. We can handle you like this. No matter how nobody feels about him, you know his character. Can't nobody say they know Biden's character. Who knows Biden's character? Who knows Biden's character? The person that's holding the highest office in the United States, who can say they know his character? That is the design in and out to make sure that you don't know the person's character. That you only know what you're told. But when you see Trump, right, you know Trump's character. You know how he's coming. You know what to expect of him. But that's being said to look at like it's wrong. We are taught to pay attention to the ones that deceive us and follow the ones that deceive us until it's totally exposed that you're being deceived. This is what we're taught. And people continue to follow this light. They continue to walk down that path. I don't have any intentions on supporting them. When I see that somebody's misleading and they go to certain platforms to get you to look at them and to make you think that they with you, that's how you know they're not with you. Most people that's going to benefit you in that situation, they going to show you. They not going to try to tell you. Anybody that's trying to tell you that they with you, most of the time they have another intention. They just need your support at that moment. It's a moment of support. When somebody's saying that they for you and ride with me, that's a moment of support. A person that's for you going to show you. They're going to lead by example. You don't even hear from the president, man. That's crazy that people gave that man so much hype and you don't even hear from him, man. It like, man, I'm looking at life like it's just like crazy. Nobody hears from him. Does anybody know anything that he has going on right now for us? I can already see Trump get back in there with charges and all. I see him getting back in there because he gonna show you. Yeah, he cocky. He gonna talk his shit. But he not gonna tell you one thing and do the next. And that's why they don't like his program. That's the reason they don't like the program. Because he's not telling you one thing and then doing the next. And now that Cardi's seen that Biden is telling her to put this to your people, but at the same time, now he's taking from us. They don't need this. How is the money being printed, but we don't have it? For the necessities, for the things that's going to make us function. Cures for cancer, cures for sicknesses, hospitals, schools. How is that not automatically funded? Why is that a question if we have the money for those things, man? But people go out and vote for these people. This should be expressed from Jump Street before they get a vote from anybody. Before anybody votes for any of these people, the first thing should be expressed is, are we going to run out of money for our necessities to function in life? If that's going to happen, then you not need to be in office. And if you tell the people that we won't run out of any money and it happens, you should lose your office. It should be structured a little different because it's like they tell us one thing but have total different intentions. Sell us hope. We're sold hope over and over and over and over and over. We live off of hope. And 9 out of 10 times, what you hoping for doesn't happen. 9 out of 10 times, the things that you hope for doesn't happen. But the influence comes from celebrities. If we tell the celebrity to talk about these pills, talk about these new drugs, it's going to make the people indulge in them. Whatever we tell them, that's what they're going to function off of. And after the celebrities get to a certain extent and their money get a certain way, they're like, no, I'm not feeling this. I'm not with you. Or if they go broke, then they want to talk about this is really this. It's not really that. But the initial introduction is to get them to tell us certain things to support the situation because they know that people look up to the glitter. The glitter is what gets people riled up. And it's new generations coming all the time. So when the new generations come, they're still influenced by the glitter. So the cycle ain't gonna never stop. No matter what is said about it. But what happens is the celebrities start to wake up later. It's like they get to see later that I was used. And that's what happened with her. She see that she was used. They used her to promote things to the people and get people believing that they're for the people and then turn around and you don't hear nothing from them. Why don't they put in a thing where as though if you are a president or a top politician that is given certain orders that if you don't make sure that these things function, you lose your position. That should be first. You shouldn't be able to hold position if our necessities are not functioning when the money is printed. We should never run out of no money for the things that keep our health going, making sure that we survive, making sure that we got education, making sure that we got safety. Those things should never run out of money. Those things should always be in play. But that's not what's presented when the votes come out. They call you and ask you to donate your money for cancer, man. How do you call and ask to donate money for cancer when the money's printed? Do they think that everybody in the world is going to look at it that way? Like, come on, man. The influencers, man. They keep us in the blind, man. They don't care what happens with your life. America eats its babies, man. They not looking at if you make it or if you live. You gotta care if you live. People are disposable. They not caring if you function in this world, man. Who cares? You gotta care about you. You gotta love you. Because if you look at these celebrities to make sure that you up on game, you're gonna be behind. Because they only telling you what somebody else is telling them to tell you. They have no idea. They have no clue at all. But then later, when they see that they were used and someone told them something that was a lie, then they want to tell the people. Now it's time for you to tell the people. And then say that if something happens to me, y'all need to know. Because they got the world so scared when you get at that level to tell the truth, it makes you think that something's going to happen to you. And something can happen to you because anything can happen to anyone, but that's the image that is placed in their head. Something's going to happen to you if you tell the truth. If you keep it 100 and let the people know that we're misleading them, something's going to happen to you. And I'm like, when they talk, I'm not listening to them. I'd rather listen to people with experience that are not out to gain from the fame. When you looking at people that are famous and they don't want to lose that position, they're going to tell you anything to influence you to keep that position. They're going to tell you whatever's told to be told. Biden got to her and had her endorsed to the black people to vote for him. And now she feels some type of way about it. She's sitting back feeling some type of way because they talking about defunding stuff. They don't have enough money, but they got money to go over here. How don't you have enough money when you print the money, man? How don't you have enough money for America's necessities when you print the money? I wish somebody could tell me that. Because I don't understand it. The necessities, the things that help you learn, the things that help you live. How does that even be a question? Those things are a must. It's a must to keep those things in line. If they really cared about us as people think, because they don't care. They don't care if we live or if we die. They know they gonna die. So why they gonna care if the people that's out here struggling and trying to function, if they live or die? Why would they? They know they're gonna die. America eats its babies, man. It's a dog eat dog world. You got to make sure you know how to function for you. Because if you going off the hope of somebody else trying to guide you to function, you already failed. You can pray to God if you believe that God is going to come down and help you. You at least got to meet the man halfway, or woman. If it's God's a man or a woman, you got to meet halfway. You can't just pray, which they teach us to pray and hope and think that something is just going to happen for you. It's not going to happen like that. That's the influence they're going to put on us and make us think a certain way. And then send the celebrities to make us think that this is the direction you should go in, when the direction leading you down a dark hole. That shit putting you in a dark hole. That's it. Ain't no way that no person that's at the top, they're going to allow them to influence you the right way. Because then that would make the world, people become dangerous. You would be dangerous if you was to hear from the right people how to function right. But they got to keep the people that you look up to keep you dysfunctional. That's the plan. If they keep the people you look up to telling you how to stay dysfunctional, then they're doing something right. You're a threat when you know how to function. This is real rap. Everybody's not going to understand it. But this is what it is. When they keep the people dysfunction and make sure that the celebrities follow a certain protocol, then they're doing something. If you look at it, they got the celebrities that's talking the craziest, pushing things to you. How you gonna push to go out here, fuck this, do this, suck this, do that, and then come and tell me I should vote for this person? Are you fucking crazy? Or are the people crazy? Am I in the Twilight Zone? You gonna go out here and say, fuck this, suck this, shake your ass here, turn this over here, pop this, smoke this, and then come and tell me who I should vote for? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But people listen to these people, man. I wouldn't dare, man. I'm not looking up to no celebrity. I don't care who it is. I'm not looking up to no celebrity. Because I know that they're put there to poison the people. They're not put there to influence nobody. They're put there to poison you. They're put there to keep you at the bottom. But what happens is the ones that last long, they think outside of the box. But they still got to promote that image because they're being instructed to promote that image. But they're thinking outside of the box. You get me? The image that they have to promote is to keep you down. But the structure that they're creating for themselves is to keep them up. I wonder, do people look at it like that? Because I'm paying attention to it a little different. I'm seeing it for what it is. When I see these celebrities and they trying to push something on us, you know it's a reason, man. It's a reason. Anything that they're trying to push on us, man. Anything, man. It's a reason why they're trying to push it on us. It's just some of them come out and tell you later. They want to let you know later that this is not what it is. I guess they get a heart later. Something comes across them and they like, man, I got to tell my people that it ain't what they think it is. And then they come with, if something happened to me, y'all know why it happened to me. Because somebody's put fear in them and let them know that you're a big influence now. You are a big influence. If you try to correct the people, you're going to mess yourself up. The people are supposed to be blind forever. The people are supposed to not know nothing forever. The people are supposed to follow darkness forever. That's the design. It's not designed for you to win. You think getting up, going to work every day is designed for you to win? You think getting up, going up, taking orders for somebody, and then come home, pay your bills and broke at the end of the week is designed for you to win? That's a negative. That's not the design for you to win. The only way you're going to win is if you think outside the box. Because the things that they present to us is going to keep us down. If you pay attention to it with the iPhones, they make new iPhones every 3 months. They got a new one coming out. They get you to finance the phone so you stay in debt. Then they get you to trade in your phone, take a little bit off, and you still in debt. They always coming out with something of the same brand new to keep you in debt. They understand how the operation of the brain is to keep you in debt. It's the same cycle. If we continue to put the same thing out that we know that people like, but tweak it a little bit, they're going to go out and buy it with their last money. They're going to go spend their last money on our creations to keep us rich. The design. And what they do is use the most influential people to tell you to go get it. Oh, such and such got it. I gotta go get it. Yeah, they got it. I gotta go get it. The most influential people are the people that's gonna make you say, go get it. All right, they got it. I'm gonna go get it. And then maybe later on, the people that told you to go get it is gonna come out and say, I don't need to support them. That's like Snoop. They got Snoop drinking the Corona, telling people drink Coronas. Snoop said, I don't even drink that shit. It's the design. The most influential people are to lead you down a dark path. But it's known that most human beings, majority, won't understand that. They're gonna follow what's the trend. And it's a good saying that the older you get, the wiser you get with some people. Some people get older and then they get to understand this. Like, okay, I got it. But when you younger, which the audience is presented to a younger audience, they know that this is going to influence them. This is going to make them want it by the people that have the most status presenting it to them. The people that are looked at as the highest. It's designed for us to fail. It's designed for us to fail, man. If I can get the word across when the next election come, if I can get it to anybody call me about election, that's what I'm going to say to them. Hey, man, is anything going to change with what's going on with the funding? If the funding's not going to change, whereas though if we have a possibility of running out of money for something, don't call me. Why you want me to vote for you when we got the ability to run out of the money that's going to keep us going? Are we going to get funding for these diseases? I want to know that. Are we going to get funding for the sicknesses that's killing us? Why are we short on money for the funding that's for sicknesses that's killing us? Why don't we have money for that? And people got to go out and work and donate their money for these causes. What sense does that make? It makes no sense at all. That shit makes no sense. For us to go out and work and then you donate your money. Where is the money going to, man? The money's printed. These are man-made diseases that are put in our food that have us all fucked up. Why can't America make sure that they at least fight against it when they're okaying for us to eat this food? They're giving the okay to eat the food. It's okay to eat the food, but the shit is killing us. The shit is causing all kinds of health problems. People are sick because of the food that they're ingesting. And then they ask the same people that they give the food to donate to the causes. God damn. That's ill. That's ill right there. The same people that's buying the shit that they gotta eat that's killing them, they ask the same people to donate to find the cure wherever the money's going to. But the money's printed by the United States. What the fashizi? Wow. That's some real deep shit there, man. That's too deep. That's too deep for a lot of people to understand. The same money that you go out and purchase the food you eat with is the same food that's killing you, and then they want the same person to donate the money to fight for the cure for the diseases. Man, I ain't tripping on that. It's no way I'm tripping when I say that, man. I'm sitting back looking at that like, They like, fuck us. When they print the money. The money's printed, man. They print the money. And they can print it daily. I understand they got to structure certain things so the money keep generating. But for our necessities, there's no way that shit should run out of money. The people that keep us safe, our education, shit like that, our health, there's no way that shit should run out of no money. I'm not in no way agreeing with anybody running for office that's not addressing that. When the election time come around and I see these people that's talking about, are you going to vote for me? I honestly might see if I can go meet with somebody and then record and ask them. Just to see what they going to say. What about us getting defunded for the things that's keeping us alive and that's keeping us functioning? I wonder what they going to say. Because I tell you, when them people going for the election, they got a hell of a story to tell you. They got a hell of a game plan that they running. And then when the election comes, it's a different ball game. You don't even hear from them. This shit don't even get old, man. You know what it is. Once they get in there, you don't hear nothing from them, man. I can say when Trump was in there, you was hearing from him. He was being the same old joker that he was before he got in there. But I guess the hope what gets people to want to vote for Biden and those type of guys. That hope that they put out there. And then you don't even hear nothing from him. I don't even remember the last time he said something. I don't even remember the last time he said something that was meaningful to us. He might have said something that's going on in the other country with the war, but not for us. Are you going to help us out? Anything that's saying that we about to lose money on anything, any school, they should be taken care of. ASAP. That should be taken care of. That should be the first thing that is on their agenda. Our main structure. Why do we gotta vote for you and you not making sure that our living structure is solid? My man went on the Breakfast Club and said, "You're not black if you don't vote for me, man." That threw me there. I never vote for him. I'm not listening to no white man tell me I'm not black if I don't vote for you. That threw me straight all the way out the window. I'm not letting no white person tell me I'm not black if I don't vote for you. Are you crazy? I want to know your hand. I can see what Trump is saying. I can see what type of person he is. I'd rather deal with a person that's showing me who they are than a person that's being a snake. You can't trust the snake. But you can see a person for what they is that's showing you who they are. And that allows you to deal with them accordingly. How do you deal with Biden? You don't know how he's coming. It's deep, man. They got us fooled, man. And it'll never change, man. It's never going to change. It's always going to be the same. We're going to be fooled to the end of time. Because they know that hope keeps us functioning. If you keep these people hoping, that's their function. They'll support you as long as you sell them hope for free. It don't cost nothing to sell them hope. It's just a little bit of attention. And if you pay attention to it, when the election time comes back around, being as though that Biden sees that the younger vote and black people are trending towards Trump, he's going to make it his business to have a presentation towards the younger people and the black people. The game, though. And that presentation is just going to be short-lived. It's something to sell you the hope. But when it's time to deliver, that's when he's already in there. I don't have to deliver now. I did my part. That's what they do with the celebrities. You better know they're going to get some celebrities to endorse him. Cardi might not endorse him no more. She might look at him like, nah, I'm not going to endorse him no more because he said this and now it's this. I see what it is. But they know how to get to the next hot up-and-coming person. They know that the people are following them. They're going to pay them. I want you to say this. And people coming in the game from zero, what they going to do? They're going to take that check. These people get funded millions of dollars to make moves around. They get funded millions of dollars to make moves around. To do what they need to do during their elections. They get millions for that. And it influences the people that don't have that hope that things are going to get better for them. That's all it does. It's an influence. You tell this rapper to go ahead and put this out there to them, and they're going to look up to the situation. They're going to look at their idol, because they look at the rappers as people's idols, and say, you say this and put this to them. Make sure you put that in the song. Add my name in there. Let them know I'm for them. And then after they get elected, you don't hear nothing from them. They not reaching out to nothing and nobody of who they said they was going to reach out to. At all. I'm not supporting any of them. Because I see they don't care if you live or you die. They don't care about that. Because if they did, it would be no way that they would be looking for money for diseases, man. How does the person get to that level? And they're told when they get to that level, they're told that's not what you worry about. Because I'm sure it's probably been presidents that got to that level and wanted to focus on that. They are told, because the president doesn't really run the world. They're just a puppet put there to act like they run the world. They don't really run the world. So they're told what to do. They're told what to say. And if they don't follow protocol, like Trump, he didn't follow protocol, so now you looked at as the outcast. When you get somebody that don't follow protocol, they want to make it hard for you. Because we are not really cared about as a whole. It's a business. Life is a business. And people that get in position only care about the position they're in this business. You don't care about what's going on with the people that's not in position. You care about your position in business. You care about how your position functions in business. It's the design. We not put here to win. People that think outside the box win. That's the only way you gonna win. You gotta think outside of the box. If you go with the norm, you will lose. It's too many things that create habits in the world. Anything that you like turns into a habit. And it's designed to take your money. Anything that you like turns into a habit and it's designed to take your money. So how shall you function? And you gotta pay attention to it, man. It's not designed for you to win, man. The functions, man. I see what it is, man. And I'm just happy that I find a way to be happy. Because it's a lot of people that are not happy. Won't be happy. Will live their entire life unhappy. Won't understand what it feels like to be happy. Hey, man. Leave a comment, man. Let me know what you feel about the content, man. How you feel about how they're defunding things, how they're taking the money away from the necessities, how they're not making sure that we have things to cure cancer, different diseases that's killing us. How the food is 95% fake. And this is what we eat. How the people that approve the food allow us to eat genetically modified stuff, man. With no care in the world, man. The design of our life, man. It is what it is, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back, man. I'm coming. Soon I'm going to be doing call-ins. I'm going to have a phone number up there. I'm going to be doing call-ins where people can call in and let me know how they feel about the topics I talk about. Subscribe to the channel. I'm growing. I promise you. I'm coming. My time coming, man. I got too many life experiences. I've been through too much, man. Everything I touch always turn to gold. Sometimes it take a little longer than others. But trust me, I do this, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Now.